It's difficult for me because I was always on the hurry, like going to school, doing my stuff. But I realized that God, He called me, and then I just went like faith. And then when I had that relationship with God, I became active, you see, because I didn't know too many things about Him. But now I'm really like excited and confident because it's boosting my energy to see. Yeah. So I'm feeling great. More great. Yeah.
Okay, I choose Lord Jesus because you gotta ask yourself some questions in life. You live, you wake up, you do everything. Who does that? I was always asking questions by that man at the break. Like, you must ask yourself, if you die today, where did you see yourself going? No, and then that question really touched my heart, like, wow. It's real that heaven is existing. So you gotta choose, like, I'm sacrificing my life for doing something good that will make me prosper in life, you know, than entertaining things of the world. So yeah, it's been really a blessing to be upon this very, very interesting father. Amen. Yeah, I got to say, wow. You know, I used to like put my interest in most things of the world, like house music, you know, like. But yeah, well, you know what? I wake up every day, look myself in the mirror, look my computer. Lord, can I please play one song house? And you know, after a minute saying that, something just told me like, you know, the wrong thing, you know. I gotta tell you, I have this wonderful singer, Michael W. Smith. Wow. You know that song he sings like, that one says, Lord, I give you my heart. Guys, that's what you really need to do. You can be a Christian, you can do whatever you do, but just make sure you give God your heart. That's basically what he needs. Your body is nothing, but just give God your heart, and then indeed He will give you some blessings.
You know what? Like 10 years ago, I was still a small oak. I'm 17 now. I always knew about God, but I didn't know how to steer it, if you know what I mean. I was always a guy that was so emotional, so alone, and I always gave other people the skill for everything, you know. And I was always this guy that, you know, that thought to myself, yeah, I'm not worthy for anything. So when I set my feet in high school, I was grade 8. I first discovered God in church, this one night, and I've cried, like really I've cried. And they always say big cowboys don't cry, but I cried. And from that night on, I gave my heart for the Lord, and since then on I've worked with Him. And you know what's awesome about God? He doesn't look at your image. He doesn't look like how you look like, you know, to other people. It doesn't matter. He looks at your heart. And if your heart is right, then God, you know, you're a great leader for Him. And the word says, with God, I can jump a wall. And in Psalm, I'm going to say it in Afrikaans, Psalm 27:10 says, also my vader en moeder my verlaat, sal God my as sy kind aanneem. And that's just a verse that touched my heart every time when I hear it. I get this universe, you know. And you know what? When you think about the alphabet, you go like A, B, C. God is always ahead. He always has a plan for you. If you have A, B, C, He's already at X, Y, Z. You always have a long-term plan for your life. And with God, anything is possible. Even if I go through like this hard times in my life, I always I think about, why do we as people, as human, always forget about God when we have this things that bothers us, when we're at this emotional state in our life? Then I just ask myself the question, you know what? We always say like, yeah, problems and stuff. Why do you do it, you know? God is bigger than any problems in this life.
The reason why I chose God, because I'm proof that He heals. If you ask Lee, if you ask anyone in my group, because of the war cry, I lost my voice. I came here in the hall and I sounded like I drank a whole helium tank. And now, because I'm talking about God, I can speak. God gave me my voice back. And that's when I say thank you, Jesus. But what actually made me, what I'm actually here standing in front of you to say is, God is powerful. And I realized that when I was saved. God is powerful. He has the most power. And His power, His love is like my wings. And I would want nothing more than to fly with God and to be with Him. And because God is my Father, and I would want nothing more than Him to be my Father and to praise and worship the rest of my life with God. Put it on, Bob.
Hi people, my name's Bob. This is actually my testimony. See, about 2 years ago, I was like always in church, but I never like felt God or anything. So I actually got a bit in depression. But then about a year and 2 months ago, I met friends and I was led to God for them. And actually, some of them are here. The Shawl and Luan.
Oh,
Okay, hi everybody, for those who know, I'm Shay. The only thing that really attracted me to Jesus was I was a good person all my life. I went to church, I prayed, but it was like God was up there and I was on my own. He really didn't want anything to do with me. It felt that way. And then about 2 years ago, we started going to a new church and something just clicked. And before I was so depressed. Everywhere I went, you'd see it on my face. I was so depressed. And the one thing I can say that really drew me to Jesus was the life, that freedom that you had at Christ. It's just amazing. The thing that drew me to God is I got so caught up in worldly things. And then a preacher came to our church from the Kalahari. It's just the way that he spoke and it just brought me close to God. And since that night, he got my back and he prayed for me and I felt God's power was there. And then I got so close to God that night. And then our pastor got baptized in Forms last and I folded in and I got baptized. And just that feeling of being baptized, going under the water, it felt like a weight lifted off my shoulder. So I want to say, guys, you guys are nothing like God. He loves you all.